Welcome to No Compromises, a peek into the mind of two old web devs who have seen some things. This is Joel.
And this is Aaron.
I've been enjoying using video lately to kind of share either status updates, maybe a little product demo. Where in the past I might have typed up an email and taken some screenshots or posted in Slack. I don't know, I've been on this little kick. You've probably noticed this, Aaron. I know you've noticed it, where I've been recording short videos, not 30-minute demos, but 3 to 4 to 5 minute videos. And it's not just because that's the free limit that Loom gives you. It's because I'm concise with my. No, I actually did upgrade because it also limits how many you can have at one time. So they forced my hand. I love paying for software. Software developers.
You love paying for software, so I'm not surprised.
Exactly. Okay. So, anyways, I just thought it might be interesting to talk about because I could see it being overused, but I found it effective, especially with certain clients and in certain cases. And I just want to kind of throw that out to you and see, first of all, what's your take on it? And if you have any different opinion than I do.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of context that goes into that too. How polished and prepared is the video?
It's
who is the audience for it? And so a lot of that, I think really the audience is probably more important, like you said, for certain clients. It makes sense. For other clients, you have to understand like how their workflow is. So I'm thinking about like maybe for a smaller client, it might make sense to send a video. You can understand it. You're having a conversation. For a larger client, maybe has a project manager and stuff like that. Maybe not so good because that's going to have to be reinterpreted, written, shuffled, put into reports, all that kind of stuff. And so when you write something, they're probably easy. I'm just making assumptions here, but I've worked with a number of project managers, and while they may appreciate that, I don't know if it'll go beyond them then.
No, that's a good point. And like where I was thinking of kind of like I don't want to say the dark side, that's too ominous of video, but where it might be less effective is if I was just talking and not showing you something. Like I think that maybe would be better communicated in text because you can scan it, you can reread it, you can copy a piece of it and share it with somebody. I even do that sometimes too. I'll copy a paragraph and, I love my OmniFocus to-do list. And I have a hotkey to like turn that into a to-do. Like you can't do any of that stuff with video. So yes, if you're purely trying to provide a status update, I agree. It might be overkill. I was also thinking too, there are some circumstances where maybe you don't want to watch a video. Like, I don't know, like somebody's sitting next to you. Like this maybe doesn't apply in the work setting, or it could. And I don't want to put my earbuds in and listen to this.
Yeah. Or you just don't want to have to wear headphones. Like I want to do my day without having to put headphones in.
Right. So I get that.
Now someone's telling me that I have to watch this video to do my work. I don't want to watch a video.
Just as a side, I was listening. This is not work related, but I was listening to somebody complaining about, man, my friend doesn't text me. She always sends these voice clips. They're like 20 minutes long. And like, it was like this, she kind of dreaded when she would get one of these because it was going to take over her life for the next 20 minutes. But I would never do one that long. But all right. So I threw out this idea and like we're shooting it apart. I need to talk about the benefits of it before I look like a total idiot here. In this particular case, the client I was sharing them with actually really appreciated them. And it was primarily a demo. Like this was actually, I can praise you, Aaron. This was something you built that was very, I think, innovative and is something the client probably should have had, in the 10 plus years they ran this app, but never did. And so you built it, designed it, implemented an early version of it. And like, it wasn't enough fanfare for me to say, yeah, go click here and look at it. I had to like present it like brought to you by Aaron.
Well, it was also a unique enough sort of feature that you wonder if they would have just saw it, would they have known the power of it? And so you being able to give that demo kind of showed them like, these are all the things you could do. You don't have to know them all right now, but these are all so it was like a nice little teaser.
Yeah.
I would say I agree too with the idea of video. I've been a huge fan of video meetings and conferences. I know that people hate that. I want to turn off my camera and stuff. Well, the reason why you want to turn off your camera is, I know I'm going to go on a little rant here, but the reason why
Do
you
it.
turn off your camera is because the meeting is crap. Because someone is making you go to a meeting
Yeah.
that's way too long or whatever. It's not the video's fault. It's the person who's running the meeting's fault.
Or you don't need to be
So
there. It doesn't even
yeah,
really involve you. You're just added
exactly.
on. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like, that's I believe video is the way that we can see and react with people and understand. Even when we're doing the podcast, me and Joel are doing video, so we can feed off of each other, and I can make hand signals at him. Um, but no, so video is good for explanation, but it's also
Mhm.
just a really good way to communicate, whether it's one direction or multi-direction.
Yeah. Kind of riffing off the video meeting thing. There's nothing worse than, let's say there's 4 people on the meeting and you're the only person who has your camera on. And at that point, I'll be stubborn and I'll just leave it on. And like, I'm hoping they feel a little bad and turn it on, but they don't. But it's like you're just speaking into the void. And for me, it highlights, because I think I was maybe anti-camera and you kind of talked me into it. Like, I think before you and I started working together, I would not have my camera on as much. And so now I'm the opposite, where I really like it. And I'll do it even if I'm the only person in the meeting with it on.
Yeah, most people are anti-camera. For the reason I mentioned is because
Yeah.
usually you get put on a call and you're like, all right, now it's an hour. I have to look interested in this while I'm playing, a game. It's like, no, that meeting
Right.
should have been 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Your eyeballs are all on the screen and we go on with our day.
That's right. All right.
So, I mean, I guess in a way you can look at it as it might be easier for you to write a longer explanation of features and stuff if you're just sitting at your keyboard and typing. Whereas especially if you have that sort of internal goal, regardless of whether it's free or not on Loom,
Sure.
like I want to make this 3 minutes, then you actually have to be more concise and more
Yes.
to the point with your communication as well.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I was thinking of saying. What I was thinking of saying next is like, just like some things would be better as text. I think the thing that's better as video is when it's when you're actually conveying more information more quickly in the video.
Mm-hmm.
Because in that email, to show all the different iterations and the interactive nature of the tool you built, I would have had to take like 10 screenshots with a lot of exposition. Okay, like, so this screenshot, I checked this checkbox and notice what changed here. Whereas like in a video, I could like just make the changes and talk about it. So it might have been a much longer email than what probably ended up being like a 2 or 3 minute video. So like the information density can work both directions.
But people really like long emails, I thought.
All that talk about video meetings made me recognize something that I don't know if I'm alone. I'm a little afraid to admit this, but I want to mention it because I'm hoping, at least if it's not you, Aaron, other people listening to this will say, yes, Joel, I do that too.
Okay.
And the thing is, I don't know why, but I look at myself in the video meeting when I'm talking most of the time. Do you look at
Most of
the
the
other?
time?
Yes, like I will. I'm doing it right now. I will. Now I'm looking at you, Aaron. I will catch myself, and I'm like, why am I looking at myself? And it's not. I don't know if it's like if you're up in front of a bunch of people, sometimes you avoid eye contact because you're a little nervous or something. I don't know if it's like that, or if I'm just really obsessed with myself, or I'm the one talking, so I'm listening to myself. I don't know. Like, so I'm guessing based on your reaction, this is not something you do, or do you want to open up, Aaron, and tell me you do this too?
No, I'm not a narcissist.
Ah, so that's the only explanation in your mind.
The only one.
All right. Well, guilty as charged, I guess. I'll have to work on that.
I know by now you're just itching to see Joel and I on camera, and I think that maybe we can help you out and make it worth your while too.
That's right. As part of the Mastering Laravel community, we occasionally have live dev calls where we do Q&A, maybe demo something cool. If that sounds interesting to you, head over to masteringlaravel.io and click the community button.
But you got to turn on your camera.